Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to the Mixer, and today I'm going to be talking about quite possibly, actually not possibly, pretty unequivocally and undoubtedly and unanimously, the greatest basketball player of all time. That's right, Michael Jordan, whose full name is, an excuse to use my tablet again, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Wow, it's a lot of J's in his name, huh? But anyway, so in case you guys missed it, I have been talking, if you haven't been catching my latest vlogs, I have been doing a lot of basketball related content, you know, to kind of amp up on the hype of me playing NBA Live 19, you know. And I actually talked about The Last Dance some time ago, which is the docuseries on Netflix detailing the journey of Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls in the 80s and 90s, you know. And the thing is that I'm actually wearing the same shirt that I was wearing in that video, you know, even though I recorded them very far apart. But it's because I only have two basketball jerseys, so like whenever I do a basketball related video, I just want to wear these two jerseys that I have, you know. But anyway, so here's the thing, I tried to put a little bit of research into this. I wanted to kind of do this a little bit more you know, as fluid as possible, but I think it's better to just have a, you know, a little cheat sheet here on my tablet, you know, and actually give you guys some actual concrete, better information, you know. Now here's the thing, Michael Jordan is regarded to be the best basketball player ever, even though before and after his career, there have been a few players who have actually amassed more points than him. You know, we have, for example, Wilt Chamberlain, who was the only player in NBA history to this day to amass 100 points in a game, you know, or was that Bill Russell? No, it's one of those two. I'm going to correct it down here. But anyway, then we have LeBron James, who is still active today, who's still playing, and he actually surpassed Michael Jordan's 35-something thousand points. You know, he's actually getting more points than him, but Michael Jordan, I still do believe, has more titles. But here's the thing, guys. When it comes to deciding who the best basketball player is, everyone turns to Michael Jordan for a number of reasons. It's because this guy, he didn't seem to be human. You know, he did things on the court that were just crazy. You know, it's like Lionel Messi, you know, on the field, you know, or Pele, you know. And it's pretty insane because he made basketball look so easy, you know. You watch videos of him playing, you watch the docuseries on Netflix, it's like the sport itself looks easy, but it's not. It's hard, but he makes it look easy, you know. That's the crazy thing. And to give you guys an idea of how good he was, he spent his entire career with the Chicago Bulls. He retired in '93, then later came back to them, and then some years later he came back to play, but he went to the Washington Wizards. But the vast majority of his career was in the Chicago Bulls, and that team had never won a single title. Then Michael Jordan came along and they won 6. I mean, come on, he won a treble. He won 3 NBA championships 3 years in a row, retired, then they didn't win. He came back to play and then he won 3 more years in a row. I mean, jeez. I mean, and to this day, the Chicago Bulls have never won any other NBA championship, you know, so it was only during the time that he played. Now, the thing with Jordan is that he played in 84 to 93, then he retired, you know, because of the death of his father, and he decided to go play pro baseball because it was apparently his father's dream for him to play baseball at some point in his youth, you know. So he went to play baseball to try to please his old man in memory of him, you know, and it didn't work out. And of course, eventually he came back to play basketball, you know, and it was really cool because the way that Michael Jordan came back was he gave a statement with 2 little words: "I'm back." And that was enough to make the whole world blow up, you know. Everything exploded, you know, with those 2 little words, you know. He did come back, and eventually he played from 95 to 98, you know, and then he won 3 more NBA championships. And then some years later, he came out of retirement again in 2001, but this time he played for the Washington Wizards, and he retired again for good in 2003, you know. It's a little indecisive. I have no idea what he even did at the Washington Wizards, you know, if he was really that good. But because he didn't win any titles, you know, with the Wizards, I can imagine that it wasn't the same Jordan as it was back in the day, you know. And holy crap, like, this guy was pretty good, man. I mean, that's a severe understatement. Let me show you guys a series of clips here of what Jordan could do so you guys could have a better idea.
Down to 6 to go on the shot clock. Michael in the lane. For the Superman out of the closet. Michael Jordan. They clear it out. Oh, what a move! Oh, look at Steve. Jordan on the drive, fades, and
3. Now Jordan, played by Sprewell, has the 5. Here's Michael, firing, and
Pretty crazy, huh? Now let me give you just a little rundown, you know, of his career highlights and awards. You ready for this? Oh boy, 6 times NBA championship, NBA champion with the Chicago Bulls, 6 times NBA Finals MVP, 5 times NBA Most Valuable Player, 14 times NBA All-Star. So he was drafted for the All-Star team 14 damn times, and 3 times NBA All-Star Game MVP. That makes a lot of sense. 10-time All-NBA First Team, All-NBA Second Team, NBA Defensive Player of the Year, 9 times NBA All-Defensive First Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, which was in '85 when he started. So when he started playing for the first time, he was already elected the Rookie of the Year. Okay, so NBA All-Rookie First Team, of course, in the same year. 10 times NBA Scoring Champion, 3 times NBA Steals Leader, 2 times NBA Slam Dunk Contest Champion. I have no idea what the Slam Dunk Contest even is, but it's there. And he actually has his number 23 jersey retired by the Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat. Why the Miami Heat? Whatever. 3 times AP Athlete of the Year. I don't know what that is, but anyway, in 1991 he was actually elected Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year and NBA's 50th anniversary all-time team, NCAA champion in '82, National College Player of the Year way back in '84, 2-time Consensus First Team All-American. I don't know what the hell that is, but there it is. ACC Player of the Year. 2-time First Team All-ACC, and number 23 retired by North Carolina Tar. Who the hell is the North Carolina Tar Heels, man? Is his number so like symbolic that they just retire it in every single team? I don't know. 2-time USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year, McDonald's All-American. McDonald's? Why not Burger King? Okay. And oh my God, I did not know about this one. The Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016. So this guy was kind of a big deal, okay? This guy was kind of a big deal. Okay, now a few tidbits of his career here, just a few. He amassed a total in his entire career 32,292 points in total. That is an average of 30.1 points per game. And also, I forgot. 6,672 rebounds, which comes down to about 6.2 rebounds per game, and 5,633 assists. Okay, that is about 5.3 assists per game, and oh my God, wow! And he has a lot of different stats. He actually won the men's basketball Olympic Games in '84, '92, and '83. Oh, the Pan American Games. It's a little out of order here. But anyway, so here's the thing. Obviously, Michael Jordan is, he helped to popularize the sport of NBA in the 80s and 90s, and he became a global cultural icon in the process, you know. So this guy was really larger than life at the time, you know. And if you watch the docuseries of The Last Dance on Netflix, you're going to see that it was really hard for this guy to go anywhere in public without being mobbed. You know, so many people wanted a piece of this guy. They wanted a photo, they wanted a video, they wanted a handshake, they wanted a hug, it was really hard for him to have a life, you know, outside of basketball, which is to be understandable. Of course, he was the biggest athlete at the time on the planet, and this guy had such a facility, you know, and his 2-point shooting, his 3-point accuracy, you know, and all these crazy dribbles he had, you know, this precision timing, you know, and it was really intense. It's because basketball is a fast-paced game, guys. It's not an easy game. It is very intense. So the way that he played, you know, and Michael Jordan was crazy in the sense that he would draw inspiration from anything and everything to push him further, you know, to make him, like, for example, even if his coach, you know, I don't know, said something positive about a rival teammate, he would take that as an insult, you know, as a personal insult, and then go ahead and show his coach that that other player was very inferior to him, you know. And the thing with Jordan is that, I don't know, on the court it seemed like he just, like, he knew what he was doing, but at the same time he didn't, because he tried so many crazy things, man. I don't understand.
Coach gets it to the hands of Jordan. Little pump fake. Michael drives, dishes, puts it too far underneath, and the shot goes in. Scottie Pippen.
Harper off the screen, a high screen and roll for Michael. Jordan going around. Harrison lays it in.
Time. Watch out. Don't get a 3-second call there, guys.
Goes around Geiger. MJ double.
Oh! Big time reverse.
That he is here. He is.
Now he's blocked here, but he carries it underneath with the momentum and lays it in. You saw there was 3 seconds on the clock.
Now, Michael Jordan is not just a former athlete, he's also, you know, kind of like a moniker, you know, he's a brand. You know, he created his own shoe brands to play basketball, which were the Air Jordans, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone knows those. And it's like those things cost a fortune, you know, and they are, I don't really know, like, I think they're just shoes that have his brand, you know, that he creates them, he has his own company that he produces them, something like that, you know. But the point is that he is a very marketable athlete. He has so many different endorsement deals, you know, and it's crazy. I'm actually gonna see if I can pull up some of them right here, you know. And okay, he has his Jordans, business ventures, this and that, blah blah blah. Okay, a lot of philanthropy. Okay, so wow, it's a lot of information, guys. It is a lot of information. There was one thing that I wanted to include here, you know. Oh, here we go. He is actually right now, so in 2006 he actually bought a controlling interest, no, sorry. He became part owner and head of basketball operations for the Charlotte Bobcats, which are now the Charlotte Hornets, in 2006. And then in 2010, he bought a controlling interest. So in 2014, he actually became the first billionaire NBA player in history, former player, of course. And right now, he is the 4th richest African American in the world with a net worth of $2.1 billion freaking dollars. You know, so he's behind Robert F. Smith, David Stewart, and Oprah Winfrey, you know. Now, Jordan, all of his money aside, you know, like obviously this guy was an insane pioneer of the sport, you know, because he was the first of his kind to do what he did. We have a lot of great players before him, you know. We have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, we have Magic Johnson, who actually played a little bit with him at the same era. You know, we have Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, we have Larry Bird, you know, so many really good players before him. After him, we have Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, we currently have Stephen Curry, LeBron James, you know. There are so many different players that played, you know, before, after, and during his reign, like Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, you know, but they were very far from the same level as him. But the point is that, like, only he could do what he could do, you know. And like, there's a reason why his nickname was his airness, you know. This guy was insane. This guy was crazy. And there's even a moment where they were the NBA All-Star team they were having a little practice, you know, ahead of the All-Star game, and Magic Johnson apparently provoked him and said, look, if you don't turn into Air Jordan, we're gonna have to lay you out, or something like that. And then later he himself said, oh boy, why did I say that for? Because apparently Jordan freaking mopped the floor with him and the entire team, man. You know, you don't provoke Michael Jordan. Somebody is calling me, I don't care, go away. Okay, you simply do not provoke Michael Jordan, you know, and get away with it. That's not the way it works, you know. And the thing is that when you watch clips of him playing basketball, he did, like, the reason he was called Air Jordan was because he could jump really freaking high, and his dunks were very fancy, you know. There was a lot of flair, you know, to his dunking. It's not just like do a post up and put the ball in the net. He did these really crazy, you know, fancy things that it's really hard to understand actually when you think about it. Like, you can watch clips of him dunking over and over and over again, and it still just doesn't make sense, you know. I mean, damn. Let me try to illustrate my point here with a couple of clips.
Now there's not still time. Look out! He has done big damage in the 4th quarter. Kittles has it knocked away by Michael Jordan. Basket and a foul. This is the team that swept the Heat 3-0 in the first round of the playoffs. Great pass from Luke Longley to Michael Jordan.
Now, like, getting into the end of the argument here, you know, when it comes to Michael Jordan being the greatest of all time, in my personal opinion, he actually is. He was the best, you know. There's no one who even came close to him. And we're not just talking about the points here. We're not talking about the total career points that he did, you know. It's not just about the points, guys. It's about the legacy. It's about the impact, you know. And even though LeBron James has more points than him at this point, you know, and he has more room in his career to go even further, you know, Michael Jordan finished his career with around 32,000 points, you know, but LeBron could finish with 40,000, you know. It still wouldn't make a difference. It doesn't matter to me, you know, as I'm sure it doesn't matter to a lot of people who are fans of the sport, because Jordan has a legacy. He made a name for himself, you know. It was a real rags to reach the story. And I'm pretty sure that Michael Jordan has won more titles than LeBron James. He won 6. I'm gonna have to check this later, but it's completely irrelative to the topic right now. I'm talking about Jordan, not LeBron. So And because of what he did, because of how big this guy became, the monumental impact he had around the world and how much of a celebrity he became on and off the court, you know, because of his influence in the sport, I'm pretty sure that Michael Jordan will forever be the greatest of all time. So the title of the GOAT will go to him. In my opinion, Michael Jordan deserves to be at the top of every single list of every top 10 player out there. It doesn't matter if you do a top 100, top 50, top 20, top 10, top 5. It doesn't matter, because Jordan is always going to be on top, you know. You can wait until LeBron finishes his career, but it doesn't matter, you know, Jordan will always be on top. They did say that LeBron James really took inspiration from Jordan. It's almost like he reincarnated Jordan into him, because he actually had a very similar playing style to him. And if you saw Kobe play, rest in peace, you knew that this guy was also pretty sick too, you know. He was really good at what he did. He actually, the very last game of his career, he amassed 80 points in one game, you know, so, you know, I mean, that was a way to go out with a bang, huh? Jordan, same thing, you know, his final game in '98, you know, he finished with the shot, you know, he actually did. He managed to put in a buzzer beater, you know, he took a shot and gave Chicago the lead at the very last second, so that was pretty intense too. Probably it'll never happen again, not in this capacity, you know. You're holding out for the treble, you know, NBA playoff series. You're about to take the last shot to define the game, you know, to give yourself the trouble, and it actually works. So I don't think that any other player is ever going to hit the same level that Michael Jordan ever did. So in my opinion, I think that I barely had to use my tablet, barely had to use the cheat sheet. Huh? In my opinion, Michael Jordan will always be the best. And before I sign off, you guys know that he did Space Jam, right? That kind of thing. He actually branched out into acting and stuff, you know. And I think that's it, really. I barely had to... Space Jam kind of sucked, you know. I prefer The Last Dance, it's a little more recent, a docu-series and whatnot. But anyway, so right now, at the time of recording this video, Michael Jordan is 58 years old, so I don't think he can come out of retirement anytime soon, you know. I don't think it's a good idea. If he wants to, I'll be there to watch him, but I really don't think so. It's really, sometimes I feel envy for people who have, you know, who actually grew up and saw him play in the 80s and 90s, like my dad, for example. You know, my dad saw it, man. He was there. You know, he saw him play and stuff, so it gives me a lot of envy, you know. But luckily I have YouTube and the docu-series on Netflix to always rewatch over and over again different videos of him, so that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say, guys. Didn't want the video to get too long, you know, just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about it, you know, and see the little tidbits of info I could give you guys, alright? So that's it. If you agree, if you think Michael Jordan is the best, let me know down below. If you don't think so, tell me why, but it's good chance you're gonna get a lot of hate from other people in the comments if you do, so it's up to you, alright? And that's it. This is Chazzy, signing out for now. Quite possibly my last basketball related video. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any more vlogs about this for a while. Actually, no, there's a surprise coming. There's one more basketball related video after this. It's a vlog, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it, okay? But for now, that's it. This is Chazzy, signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.
Jordan being Michael Jordan. What a heartbreaking loss for Charlotte.